All right. Good morning. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
We are coming at you live from Odyssey Pets in the Big D. And I'm Sherry.
I'm Mike.
And we own Odyssey Pets in Dallas, Texas. We are here to serve you during this time. If you have any questions about pets, we're here to answer them. People come in all the time asking us all kinds of questions about all kinds of pets, and we do our best to give them our knowledge. Together, we have combined knowledge of over 50 years. So in the pet industry, right. So Odyssey Pets is open from 7:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. now. You can come into the store. We just opened up our daycare and boarding services again. We are being as careful as possible. We're still asking people to wear masks when they come in. We are having them load their dogs into a playpen and remove their collar and leash and harness so that we aren't touching that. And we use our own leash to escort them to the back. What else is there? Oh, here's something fun. Odyssey Pets has a Spotify playlist. If you need some tunes, there's over 6.5 hours of tunes on the Spotify playlist by Odyssey Pets.
It's an extensive genre mix as well. There's a really pretty much every
it's all
genre,
over the place.
All over the place
Yeah.
genre.
But it's all happy fun. Yeah.
It's good summertime music, summer jams, and there's a lot of weird mixes.
There's some weird stuff in there, yeah.
All genres.
And let's see. Today is Dog Mom's Day.
There's no such thing.
It's National Dog Mom Day
there's
today.
No such thing.
And then tomorrow's Mother's Day. So in honor of Dog Mom Day and Mother's Day, we have these cool stickers.
That proves it.
Okay, we've got these really cool stickers. So anybody that comes in this weekend and buys something gets a free sticker. And these are rated. I paid extra for these to to hold up if you want to put it like on your mug or whatnot. That's what I did. So come get your sticker. And if you can't come in this weekend, we will have them for sale for the rest of the year because Dog Mom stuff is super popular. But anyway, happy Dog Mom's Day.
Happy Dog Mom Day.
And Mother's Day, too. I wanted to remind everybody because a lot of people, going back to the fact that we are grooming again, we are booked until the 25th. And that's because, when you shut down for a month in grooming, it gets backed up a little bit. And all 4 of our groomers are back, but they're not working full-time completely. We're still taking it slow. So that's why we're booked to the 25th. Now, when I sent out the email that we were grooming again, and I posted on Facebook, we booked up like weeks in advance within 2 hours. So, and a lot of people are like, I don't know. Well, sign up for our emails. And then you'll know what's happening, right? So if you're watching this or if you're streaming this on YouTube and you are a customer of Odyssey Pets, please sign up for our emails. Make sure you get those because we do send out pretty important information along with fun stuff and sales. You can go to our website and there is now a link at the very top to sign up for our email list. And we are going to give you a free guide to some popular grooming questions. So you'll get that in a PDF when you sign up.
We will reveal the tender underbelly of grooming in truth, in detail, so that you can make good choices about your dog's future and his haircut.
Yeah, like for example, there's an article in there about should I shaving double coated breeds like
Labradors and Huskies and dogs like that.
Pretty much.
Should you? Shouldn't you?
Don't do that.
There is.
But we tell
always
you why
exceptions
you should.
to the rule. There's
always
always exceptions to the rule. And we got to remember that when we tell you something, there's always an exception to the rule. And in this case, sometimes with a double-coated dog, sometimes you have to shave it to save it. So, but there's reasons not to. There's more reasons not to than there is reasons to do it. So unless you have to, for the health and well-being of the dog, it's best to find the other path.
For sure. So, but yeah, if you haven't signed up for our email list, go ahead and do that, and you will get our free dog grooming guide. This month is spring cleaning month in the fish room, so we have some of our like things to clean fish tanks with on sale, like gravel vacuums, algae cleaners, and Chase is posting a video every Monday on the Fish Room at Odyssey Pets Facebook page about how to properly clean your aquarium. Last Monday, he posted how to do a water change, and it's like 5 minutes, pretty informative. Give you some good tips in there, and you can save on some of that stuff all month long. So watch on the Facebook page for some more videos on that. It is also Freeze-Dried Frenzy Month at Odyssey Pets. I know, I am using the banners today. All right, so it's Freeze-Dried Frenzy Month. And I just wanted to highlight why freeze-dried is so awesome. You can use it all different ways. Here, I have some visuals. So this is one kind of freeze-dried. This is there we go, Open Farms freeze-dried, and it comes in these little bits. But some other freeze-drieds come in different sizes. Like these are like little nuggets. This is primal. Freeze-dried is pretty much the raw meat, bone, a little bit of veg, all ground up, and then they remove all the moisture from it. So you can crumble it on top. You can use it as a mixer, a topper, a full diet, or a treat.
It's crazy concentrated, so you just add water and it rehydrates, and then you have a complete diet, a complete meal, and it's really lightweight. It's great for travel. It's great as a complete diet, like she said, topper,
and
additive.
Normally I feed raw, but I always keep a bag of freeze-dried in the pantry.
Yeah, because what if you're in a pinch and you don't have what you normally feed? This is a perfect supplement.
I work at a pet store every day, and I forget to bring dog food home. So yeah, I always keep some in the pantry. Plus, most freeze-drieds you can use for dogs or cats. It's almost the same formula. But yeah, I also use because the Open Farm one comes in these little bits. I use these as treats as well. So anyway, you can save all month long on most of our freeze-dried foods. They're dollars off. Yeah, each brand's a little different. Now, last Wednesday, I did an interview with Stella and Chewy's. Here's a Stella and Chewy's product. One of the original dehydrated foods. Right. They were one of the first to come out with dehydrated meat, and they exploded as a company. But so I interviewed Jason last Wednesday. This coming Wednesday, I'm going to interview Diane with Primal. And then the following Wednesday, the 20th, I'm going to interview Rich with Open Farm. Great company, Open Farm. Look into them. Speaking of Open Farm, they go above and beyond. Yeah, they're awesome. Way beyond. Speaking of Open Farm, they actually, I don't know if you can see it. Oh, we're gonna see. We're gonna look here. Okay. Do you see it? You got to stand up a little bit, just a little. Come up a little more. There you go. That's the Open Farm T-shirt right there. That's the back side. They sponsored our shirts that we had made. And that's the front side. So yeah. Pet Dog Shop Local Repeat, y'all. And it has Odyssey Pets on there. So I had these shirts made at a local. Can't believe I just did that. Hey, Shauna, she's watching. Oh, Derek's on his way to the store right now, she says. Wow. So we had these shirts made at a local print shop, and he's struggling right now because of everything that's going on. But so I wanted to throw my business to a local place rather than some big online company. And small business downtown Richardson, really awesome. Yeah, he's in Richardson, called wolfpackprinting.com. Shout out to Wolfpack. Yeah, I love the name too. It kind of goes with us, right? But for every shirt purchased, we're going to donate $5 to the North Texas Food Bank. So you get to support 2 small businesses and the North Texas Food Bank when you buy one of these. They're $35. We are running out of sizes, so I'm actually ordering another batch next week. So if anybody wants some, just message me through Facebook or email me what size you want, and I'll see if I have it. And if I don't, I will hold one for you when we get our new batch in, okay? I know we don't have many people watching, but if you do have questions, you can put them in the comments. Any questions about pets? We made a joke about stumping Mike because he always has an answer for everything. So
it's not true. It's a bad reputation.
But yeah, I think that was the housekeeping I needed to do. What did you want to talk about today?
So a lot of people have been adopting dogs. Apparently the shelters are running low on dogs for the first time ever, which means two things. One is, I mean, it's a great thing that people are clearing the shelters and taking these dogs home. It also means that a lot of these dogs are going to be the second and third look dogs, the dogs that either were a little aggressive or had issues and were not adopted for various reasons. And so now there's a lot of dogs in people's homes that are probably not behaving the way a really well balanced and a good choice shelter dog would be behaving. So I just think that people should really take into consideration that if you just recently went and found like one of the last dogs and now you're having trouble at home with it, to really put on your patience hat, it's going to take a while.
I mean, I would invest in some training. I did an interview with Sharon over at What a Great Dog in Richardson.
That's a great idea.
Oh my gosh. So they're doing a lot of, I mean, they did open their facility back up, but they're doing a lot of online training too. It is well worth the investment. If you have a new puppy or even a new rescue dog, you need to establish your boundaries and how things are going to go. If you don't do it off the bat, then you're going to have problems for the rest of your life. And
sometimes that could come with extensive trust building. And that's the big challenge a lot of you guys are going to face, is building trust with your dog. You may be trying to get the dog to go on a leash and it just runs from you. You took it home and now it was fine and everything seemed fine, and then you took it off leash and all of a sudden it's terrified to go anywhere. And
it's not just about sitting and staying. It's about setting boundaries as well. So
and establishing trust in order to set boundaries is sometimes the real trick. And so just be patient. Don't hesitate to use the best treats you can find to coax the dog into trust.
I'm a big fan of using treats to train, and freeze-dried treats are a great way to do that.
The perfect
because
size
they
nugget.
they don't put on weight. It's just meat, right?
Yeah, it's perfect.
The stuff that's going to put weight on is going to be like biscuits. So skip the biscuits if you're going to do a lot of treat training.
I mean, think about it. If you've got a dog that's afraid to even come towards you, but they will take food if you toss it close to them, it's a pretty simple step to go ahead and toss that food a little closer and a little closer still until you can eventually reel that dog in. And if the dog backs away and goes away, then you've got to give it the space. So, but yeah, there's a great way to do that. There's a lot of, like she said, tips online. There's training online that you can get. And there's just, there's so many things online that us even being here is kind of pointless when you consider what you've probably already Googled. But I just wanted to bring a light to it that there's actually a lot of dogs that were not going to be adopted that have now been adopted. And so they may stress some of the the boundaries that you thought dog keeping was all about.
Let's say the opposite end. If the dog is timid or scared, the opposite is that they're all over the place and lots of energy, hyper. They also need boundaries and training. But what could serve them too is some daycare to burn off that energy. So if you can't go on a 10-mile hike with your new cattle dog, you could try daycare, and we do daycare now. I mean, we have been, and we just opened it back up.
Right,
So,
and the great thing about daycare is it actually it gives you a chance to put your dog into group play without you being there, which can establish a more calm dog when it's around other dogs. That's the first thing that daycare really does. If your dog can adjust to the group play safely, then your dog is going to get the advantage of not being a stranger to other dogs, so they don't overreact when they see a dog coming
burning off
them
that energy so that they don't go. If you get home after a day of work, they want to play. They have all this energy. They've been sleeping all day, and then I know you just want to sit on the couch. So daycare is a great option for those high energy dogs. Oh, Liz, Robert, and Rita are watching. Hey guys.
Hey guys.
How are y'all doing? If y'all have any questions about pets, or you just want to let us know what's happening, put it in the comments. We're here for you right now. So, happy Saturday morning. Oh yeah, since y'all are just joining, it Dog Mom Day, and if anybody comes in to buy anything this weekend, you get a free Dog Mom sticker. I put mine on my mug.
Dog dads are not included in this weekend.
I thought about making dog dad stickers for next month, but I don't know. Do the men want dog dad stickers?
I think it's sexist.
I don't know.
I don't know either. I don't have an answer for that. So, back to the cool thing about adopting dogs that weren't going to be adopted is now that they're adopted, hopefully they get that second, maybe third chance. And just remember, a lot of times they age out of the problems that they have. So everything's going to be fine. It's going to be fine.
Well, and we have a dog that we adopted, and he went through like 3 or 4 different owners before he got to us. And there was a reason for that.
Yeah, he was a super challenging dog.
But he turned out to be
of a lot
really,
of his problems.
Yeah,
Now he's an old dog.
He's a great dog.
He really doesn't have any problems anymore.
But yeah, he was returned to the shelter a couple times. Bob is asking why there's no kitty daycare. I don't know. Is there? Not here.
Not here. Well, I don't know.
I know there's those coffee places. I think in Europe, and they tried to open them here, where you can go drink your coffee and be like you're at Starbucks, but you can pet cats at the same time.
Yeah. I don't have an answer for that, Bob. Cats are kind of cats are just cats, and people don't tend to want to socialize their cats. Although, I have seen it done. In fact, there's a place not far from us that is called the Cat Connection, and they actually do have an open play area for cats that adapt for doing the boarding time. They get to open play in an open kind of jungle gym area if they get along with other cats. And so, but they say they tend to not hang out with each other. Although I wouldn't be surprised if occasionally cats make friends, because I've seen cats make friends. I know you've seen cats make friends, Bob. You've seen it, so you know.
Okay. All right. Switching gears. I know you had a couple things you want to talk about, but I really wanted to know about this story.
Oh,
there's a story
I was going to
that
talk
you were going to tell everybody.
I was going to talk about the Great Barrier Reef first.
Oh, fine. Okay. Well, there's a really good story that he's going to get to after he talks about the Great Barrier Reef. All right.
Did you hear about the Great Barrier Reef?
I don't know. Everything's dying, isn't it?
They had the third largest bleaching event in the history of Australia just recently. In fact, it was like last week, where some 38,000 hectares of water, 1,500 square miles of coral bleached out like really fast. So it's real, guys. The damage is still happening. And one of the things that I feel really good about is that there's definitely a lot of people making a lot of interesting things happen in the breeding of coral, right? I mean, we're losing corals, and yet at the same time, people all over the world are propagating corals and sharing corals and frag swaps. I used to be against frag swaps because it meant that I couldn't. They cut the middleman out, which is the pet store guy. And I was like, well, why would I want to be involved in that? And now I look back and realize I was an idiot, that people sharing. There's
houseplant swaps too, which I kind of want to go to.
And trading these coral and propagating these coral in multiple aquariums so that they have a diverse chance of surviving creates a coral bank that is global. There are reef keepers literally on every continent on the planet. And these reef keepers are keeping an abundance of corals from all over the world, from Fiji to Australia, from the Caribbean, all the way, again, around the world to Africa, where you can see the corals living in people's aquariums, okay? And if this zone is in danger, one of the things that we're doing, and just inadvertently by being hobbyists, is keeping these corals alive and making them grow in inland aquariums. I mean, it's like an inland sea. I keep saying it. We are the coral bank of the world. And because of that, one of the things that we're going to start doing is and I'm working with Chase, our master fish keeper, to help us develop a plan to do a coral package. It's a coral box. It's like a frag box. And the idea is that when you join this subscription, we're going to include a variety.
You're really jumping the gun here. Yes, we're going to do a membership subscription for frags.
Right.
So you'll get different frags every month, just automatically sent to you. And it's fun.
And you get an opportunity to also share frags that you have with the group. And we haven't sorted all this out. There's a lot of details involved, but it's something that we're working on. And it's just a way to keep this movement happening, because I don't know about you, but I've had an aquarium set up for a long time. And occasionally, even in my aquarium, I'll get a crash. I'll get a die-off of coral, right? And if we could track and trace where we've sent our coral frags and where the coral frags are that we've sent out, and we know the people who got them through this network of reef keepers that is literally global, there's no reason we all can't preserve not just our aquariums, but literally the coral of Earth. So say, should, we find another way past heating the Earth up with fossil fuels and figure out something that allows the ocean to cool back down, we have the seed bank of corals globally to literally repopulate a lot of these places. And it's being done, because in a lot of these places is where they actually farm the corals that we're putting in our aquariums in the first place, right? So this can be done, and it'll be a really cool project, but that's something we're working on.
So expect that in the next coming months. For all you reef keepers out there, we're really excited. So now, do we get to hear your story?
Okay, well, so this is a story about redemption at a point when you're certain the outcome, and that what's going to happen. And so here goes the story. So a long time ago, I was working in a much smaller fish store than the one we have here. It was for an independent pet store, and they primarily did fish and reptiles. And in one of the aquariums, we had a fish that was a rope fish. It's an African lungfish. They're long rope fishes.
We have a couple right now.
They're really, really cool. They look kind of like a snake, but they have gills and fins and snake-like heads. And they're really cool creatures to keep in your aquarium. It's a great freshwater fish. Everyone should have a rope fish. They're really cool. Anyway, so we were taking care of this rope fish. He was
rope fish for all. Okay.
He was available for sale at the time. But anyway, this particular rope fish was covered in a parasite that was called anchorworm, and they would look like little strings of hair sticking off of the rope fish, like literally covered in hair. And each one of these hairs represented an anchorworm, and he was infested with them. Now,
eventually it'll kill him.
The head of the anchorworm is this little trident of spikes that stick into the body and try to kill the host, right? They try to drain it. So
ropefish.
Yeah, sorry, got a little distracted there. Got a little distracted. So with what we were doing was we were literally putting the ropefish under tweezers and tweezing the anchorworms off of his body, and then they would just come right back, and they kept coming back, and they kept coming back, until eventually we decided the only way to help the ropefish was through euthanizing the ropefish. We were going to put it to sleep. We were going to, give him the cold execution and try to end his suffering, because he was clearly losing weight and it wasn't going well. So one of the things that I always believed in was a good last supper, right? If you know you're going to have to euthanize an animal, if it will still take in some food. He wasn't eating anything that we offered him, and we were going to try to give him one last thing. And one of the things that ropefish like to eat is live ghost shrimp. Now, that's bad if you're a live ghost shrimp, but if you're a ropefish, that's like a little tasty nugget of shrimp on the barbie or shrimp raw. So I gathered up about a dozen of these little ghost shrimp. I put them in the aquarium to feed the ropefish for his last meal, before we were going to put him to sleep and end his suffering. Now, what happened next was the miracle here. Remember, at this point, we're all certain.
Did you say a miracle?
Yeah.
All right.
We were certain that the fish was going to die. But what we saw next was that the thing that we had provided as food that was going to literally be dead in order to service him for one last thing, turned out these little guys started crawling along the ropefish, all these ghost shrimp, and they started picking out the anchorworms and eating them.
I didn't know they would do that.
They ate all of the anchorworms, and they stayed there. And the ropefish, again, never touched these ghost shrimp. As soon as he realized what they were doing, he let them cover his entire body. And for 2 days, the ghost shrimp ate and ate and ate. As the anchorworms would reoccur, they were there to eat him again until they were completely gone from his body. And then he started to eat pelleted foods again. Now, what's weird is that this ropefish, once he gained his health, wouldn't touch the ghost shrimp. Not a known cleaner shrimp either. I mean, it's not like they're sold as a cleaner shrimp or that we expected that to happen. We expected this to be a last savory meal for a little dude that was clearly suffering.
Wow.
So the outcome was not anywhere near what we thought it was going to be. And I've always used that as a lesson that no matter what you think the outcome is going to be, you really can't be sure until it's over. And then you can look back and see what happened.
That's a great story, especially for right now.
Well,
no, there's a lot of people.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that it's really like dark times for them, but you really just got to put one foot in front of the other and see what tomorrow brings, you know? That's a great story. All right. Cool. Well, you never told me that story. That's a good story. Well, we're almost out of time, and I know not a lot of people watch this, so I don't even know if we should keep going. No, we got up to 6.
6 people.
I don't know. If you're watching it in replay, let us know if you want us to keep going. If nobody cares about Odyssey Answers, then we'll just stop doing it. We'll try something else, But all of our lives are streamed to YouTube. So if you're not a Facebook person and you'd rather watch it on YouTube, you can go there. We have a whole YouTube channel. So if we didn't have anything else, then I think
we're good.
I think we're good to go.
Peace.
You guys have a great rest of the weekend. Happy Dog Mom Day. Come get your sticker. And we love you guys. We thank you for all your support. Shop small, all that.
Stay strong.
Yes. Love you. Y'all have a good rest of the weekend.